then the next exercise is joint product. If we sell or process further our product, it is also part of the relevant information for decision making with a focus on operational decisions. As we discussed in class, we talked about the joint products, two or more manufactured products that have relatively the significant sales values. We also identified what is the split off point, that is juncture of the manufacturing. After this split off point, if we want to process further, and then we need to think about the separable cost as any additional cost beyond the split off point. And then all the joint cost is the cost manufacturing before the split off point. So let's take this example. Suppose Dow Chemical Company produces two chemical products X and Y as a result of a particular joint process. The joint process cost is $100,000, and both products are sold to the petroleum industry to be used as ingredients of gasoline. 1,000,000 liters of X products sell at 9 cents per liter, and 500,000 liters of Y product sell at 6 cents per liter. The 500,000 liters of Y can be processed further. That is the further processing case, and sold to the plastics industry as product YA. The additional processing cost, that is the separable cost, would be 8 cents per liter for manufacturing and distribution for YA products. The net sales price of YA would be 16 cents per liter. Okay, as you can see, that shows the differential analysis showing all the revenue, the joint cost, the separable cost in product X and Y, and then we will calculate the selling point at a split off for X and Y in total. And also, if we process further to produce YA product instead of just stopping Y, and we also will have some processing further and the sell X and YA product, and then we'll find some differences between two. Also, in the incremental analysis, we will collect only the relevant information, excluding the irrelevant information, and then we'll find the decision. So the revenue here, how much is the revenue of X before or at the split off point, right? $90,000. 90,000. How do you get the $90,000? Right, 0.09. That is the X products. Cent times 9 cents times 100,000 liters. Yeah, because 9 cents is per liter price. So $90,000 is a product X, the revenue. And how about the product Y? Product Y also the same procedure. How much liters? Right, 500 liters at 0.06 per 1 liter times 500,000 liters. So that is the revenue when the company sells these two products before at the split off point, not processing further. So let's just sum up these two revenue. And then the joint cost. How much is the joint cost? Joint processing cost is $100,000. So $100,000. And then let's separate, because we do not separate. The company does not separate these two, the Y product into some further processing. So there's no separable cost. So zero. That is zero. And then the total cost, joint and separable cost, we don't have any additional separable cost after producing the product Y. Oh, that I think that is missing typo. Okay, and then we can just sum these two up, the revenue minus total cost. Then $20,000 is the income effect if we just split it up for X and Y products, and then the income effect is going to be 20. Now the same case, but we will process further to produce YA. Then the product X is the same because we are not the processing further for product X. And then product YA, how much is that? Right, here you go. If we process further, now the net sales price of YA product would be 16 cents per liter. So 16 cents per liter times how many? Right, 500,000 liters. So 80,000. So let's sum up these two expected revenue. And then let's think about the joint cost until the split up point X and Y. X and Y, how much is that? Right, the same. Does not change. But it needs some separable cost. What separable cost do we need? Here you go. The separable cost is, how much is that for Y? In order to process further from our product to Y, it needs the separable cost of, right, 8 cents. The additional processing cost would be 8 cents per liter for manufacturing and distribution for YA. So we put here 8 cents. I'm gonna put the negative, which is the cost. So 8 cents times now 500,000 liters. So that is the separable additional cost. Then we don't have any other separable cost other than this. So the 40,000, let's sum up these two. Then the total cost, including joint costs and the separable cost, is 140,000. Then what is the income impact? Income effect is 170,000 and the total cost. So the 30,000 is the income effect. So let's calculate just differentials between these two options, and then also we found this point. Finally, $10,000 if we process further and sell X and Y A products, then we can make the $10,000 more than the choice one, the sell at a split up for X and just Y products. Definitely we can choose the process further and sell X and Y A case. As we practiced that, we have a very long way to go. But if we use the incremental analysis beyond this the split up point, excluding the irrelevant information, then we can get the result very fast. Here, we don't have to have the product X information. Why? Because it's irrelevant. No matter what option we choose, the production X doesn't change. Product X doesn't change. So we just ignore this product X. Instead, we just started from these two cases of Y, producing product Y and product YA. So I'm going to just collect this Y information only. So we don't have a separable cost. We do not include also the joint cost in the incremental analysis. Why? Because the joint cost is the cost before the split up point, at the split up point. So it doesn't affect in the separable cost, right? So here there's no joint cost information. Instead, we just consider the separable cost. When you produce only Y, when you produce X and Y at the split up point, there's no the separable cost. So the $30,000 is the income effect when you choose the sell as split up as Y, and then process further and sell as YA, then we should collect this, and then less now separable cost $40,000 is the relevant information, the incremental changes. So I'm gonna sum up this, the revenue and less the separable cost, only the incremental changes of this. So we got the result very fast. So the incrementals between two is now we got the same result, or we can just calculate like this: 16 cents times the same way 500,000 and 8 cents times 500,000 liters, right? In the same way. Oh, we have to put here. Sorry, 16 times 500,000. Then here also minus 0.08 times 500,000. Okay, what's that? It should be here. It should be here. Okay, then let's make a decision: sell or process further. Definitely we can make more income by $10,000 than the other, right? So we have to process further. Okay, there you go. Okay, see you in the next video clip for keeping or replacement of equipment. Bye-bye.